is ready for some survival.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
What an episode.
That was the craziest first vote I've ever experienced in my entire life. Oh
Yeah,
my
that was
okay.
crazy.
Oh
But
my
we gotta
I
go back. We
cannot
have
wait.
to go over we have to go over the actual episode. But I liked it.
Okay.
I
So-
like the first episode.
I want to skip to the end first. I want to skip to the
All right,
end.
let's do it.
So going into that tribal, I was so convinced. I was texting you. I was like, it's JD, 100%. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be Brad, right? He's in this dumb edit, right? Like he was getting like go up to them and say the name right in front of the person who's gonna get voted out. He was getting like that stupid edit. And then all of a sudden, oh my god, it's gonna be Ricard because he got the first vote. And then all of a sudden it was Sarah. And on top of that, they were like, Sarah, do not play your thing. Wait, so what happened? So
I don't know. So where did the Ricard vote come from?
Yeah, hold on. So if Ricard, Sarah, and Shan voted together, there was no way this could happen. Which means that Shan probably flipped with Jairus.
I saw the votes. So
okay.
Shan voted Sarah, Ricard voted Sarah, Brad voted Sarah, and JD voted Sarah. And for some reason,
voted Sarah.
Yeah, and for some reason, Jenny voted for Ricard, and then obviously Sarah voted for Brad. I don't know where that Ricard vote came from.
What?
Yeah. Ricard flipped.
Wait,
he voted
Ricard
Sarah.
Ricard and Shan were like literally telling Sarah, "You'll be fine." Oh my god, do not play your dice. Oh my god.
And especially like Ricard was like really gunning for JD to get voted out, and then he flipped his vote. Like it's so crazy. I guess he just got convinced during the tribal that they really need strength or whatever. And yeah, I mean that was crazy. JD didn't even get a vote that tribal. Sarah voted for Brad.
No, JD didn't get one vote, even though it was like, oh, it's obviously gonna be JD because he had gotten like the big, like he had gotten like the Jacob Derwin edit, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're a big super fan, and you go to the island, and then you kind of screw up your whole game, and because you're really bad at telling the story when you get back. And all of a sudden, he's actually has a pretty good, what's it called? Like a pretty good rebound. He rebounds by getting really close to Shan, so that Shan would flip with him. And so then, and on top of that, Shan could then grab Ricard, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Shan and Ricard all voted Sarah. And then what? Ricard and who else voted Brad? Ricard and who else?
No one. Only Sarah voted for Brad.
Oh my god! So Sarah voted for Brad. And then everybody else was Sarah?
No, except for Jenny. For whatever reason, she voted for Ricard. I mean, yeah, for Ricard. But it's like, what?
By the way, hi, Survivor Geek. It's great. Thank you so much for collabing. We should do in the future. Well, I mean, I'm curious to what Survivor Geek's thoughts on this episode are, because I am just like, this episode just like punched me in the mouth. I had no idea that this was going to happen. I was texting you throughout the entire episode, dude.
Yeah, we were texting the entire episode.
And I was like, it's so obvious. It's going to be Abraham, and it's going to be JD. When Abraham got voted out and it went to commercial, I was like, dude, I told you. And then watch the next one's going to be.
I was
JD.
pretty sure about the Abraham vote to be all fair.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, it's like I went on a roller coaster of emotions where it went from what?
I was like, is it Ricard? Is it Jay? Is it Brad? Like
JD,
what?
Is it Brad? Is it Sarah?
Also? Male first boot, so Survivor first boot season 44, like it's happening now. What?
Literally, like it'll be Chicken, David, Ronnie, and Abraham now. Yeah, right. I mean, the only female first boots like that recently have been like Sokeem. Wasn't the first boot in Millennials vs. Gen X female as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was also Natalie as well.
Yeah, the most recent, first boot that's actually like was voted out was in 39, which is Ronnie, and Pat was a male first boot, but he wasn't actually like voted out. And then after that, it was it was a while after that. 32 Karong was Darnell.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I think last time
there's no way Survivor Geek, there was no way that you were guessing Sarah going into that episode. That is I have to call BS out on that.
I had like everyone but Sarah. I thought Sarah was gonna like this emotional edit, like her mom did it. They're like, exactly. So sad, right? Dude, and like she's gonna have this growth. Well, because
I thought that she was getting like that. Oh no, it's gonna be me. And then she got paranoid, and they would all say calm down, and then they would be right, and that's it, boom. But it turns out they were completely playing her completely. I guess I
mean,
the edit
the
did a
Ricard though
job
was
of,
like really
he was
like wanted to
really
keep her.
he did a really good job.
No, I think he actually wanted to keep her, and then because he was the one that said vote Brad.
Exactly. What's the thing is like I think the edit did a really good job for this tribe of tricking me, but not in a way where I'm like overly confused. Like it took me,
I know what happened, except for
yeah.
the Jenny Ricard vote. I don't know what happened there.
It took me maybe 5 minutes to really figure out what happened, which is a really good amount of time. If it takes more than a day, like the Tyson vote in Winners at War, you have a serious issue. Or if it takes you like 5 seconds, then you also
I think Jenny just got confused and probably voted for Ricard. I mean, like,
yeah. Well, I think so did Brad also vote Sarah?
Yeah, Brad voted Sarah, and then everyone.
I mean, Jeannie was kind of off on her own, Alan. I wish we had gotten to hear from Jeannie more about where her head was at.
She seemed really confused though, like even like back at camp. And she was like, I don't want to put anyone off, but we have to. It's like, what? I actually think like Jenny was like my first boot pick. I don't like my whole like power rankings, everything has shifted like because of this episode.
Dude, okay, hold on. So let's go way back to the beginning of the episode. So we open up with what I think is one of the most epic openings of the show, and that's saying something because it's not even like a returning season.
Yeah,
I just think the breaking the fourth wall really worked in this episode.
Yeah, that was. I think that worked. I think it worked. Like we're a whole production. We're a whole production, and we waited a year to do this. Like, why not? Like, show.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on in, guys. Jesus Christ. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, so we have the marooning, which I wish they would have added like an element like they did in David vs. Goliath with like a challenge and not just like grab the paddles. But it worked because of the fact that the Yase tribe, like,
and the Luvu tribe, both were like complete. Like we at the very end, turns out like Luvu actually never untied the back one.
Then anchor tying them down, which is just hilarious. And then on top of that, right? When you and then after that we get back to camp and immediately dilemma. I love the dilemmas.
I know, I love that. That was good. That was good. And also the thing is, JD didn't go home, so like really, like I mean,
it ended up kind of working out.
Yeah, and also both Xander and JD got extra votes. So like, whoa.
I was actually like yelling at my TV, JD, what are you doing? You're about to get voted out. Why are you not using the extra vote right now for this tribal? But I guess he was right because him and Shan were a lot closer.
Him and Shan seem pretty close right now.
I thought that like Ricard and Shan are the closest, but it turns out JD and Shan are probably the
turns out Ricard is dumb. I don't like Ricard anymore.
Yeah, we'll get into that when we get to that in the episode. Okay, so they get back. What do you choose if you're on the island?
Okay, honestly, I would have picked risk my vote. I think that's hard because
no. I'm talking about I'm talking about the puzzle or the water.
Oh, water, 100% water.
Water, yeah, same.
Yeah.
Because the puzzle's one guess. The water. And
water, that's easy. That's light. 4 hours, that's light. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's definitely not physically light, but yeah, I think overall the whole thing with this is that you want the water, but you don't want to be the two people that are doing the water.
Yeah.
Think about it. Danny and Deshaun, I isolated, and they would have been the boots on that tribe. Pretty obvious.
I mean, actually, I think Nasir was actually in trouble because he was like,
I thought Nasir was doing a great job. He called it out, but then I realized you told it to 3 people. You should tell that to one person who you trust out of Erica, Sydney, and Heather, not all 3 of them at once, because then you're just asking them to go back and tell Deshaun.
Oh yeah, but like Nasir's like ready to play the game. Like he seemed so like he was jumping up and down on the boat and stuff like that. Like when they got there, like he was like really excited to be out there, and I think that just kind of got him. He just really wanted to start playing. Yeah. And he just told them, and then obviously Deshaun and Danny denied ever doing it, even though they clearly were.
Shocker, right? Yeah, no. I mean, and that's the thing. And then on the Ua tribe, they don't have to do this. And then on the Yase tribe, it was what? David and Xander. What did I say from the start? It would be David and Xander as a pair, and Liana and Evie as a pair. And was I goddamn right? Yes, I was. I was exactly right.
Well, they're all kind of paired against Abraham.
and there was Abraham, and then I had actually predicted that Tiffany would swing towards Xander and David, but it turns out she's actually going to swing towards the girls probably, and I'm really worried for probably David, honestly, coming up on this next vote when I do my power rankings and prediction hour-long podcasts on Saturday. I will rank everybody based on like their chances of winning right now, and who overall who's playing the best game.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, I'm gonna have some people in the top that I was so low on going into the season.
I know,
people,
right?
Yeah.
Like, but
and
now
Danny,
I have
Danny is my winner pick. He's not even gonna be in the top 10 for me, honestly.
Yeah, Ricardo's
Danny,
my winner pick. Yeah. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not. I think Ricard screams late pre-merge boot to me.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna realize how good he is, and then it's boom, it's over. And Cecilia says, "Wait, did you have to choose one, or could you just pass altogether?" I think if they just said we don't want the supplies right now, we'll compete for them in our next challenge, then production would allow that, or maybe they would force them to pick, but then they could just not try. I mean, so I guess yes, but like that's also like saying technically I could refuse to vote at tribal. They would just they would probably like take away your chance at winning the next immunity challenge or something like that.
Yeah, no,
so, I mean, yeah,
it's probably like an unwritten rule that you had to choose one. Yeah, Tan trying to sabotage some game. I mean, to be fair, like the tribe wasn't supposed to be with them. Like I was actually kind of confused. Like I thought Nasir was breaking the rules or something because like you weren't supposed to be able to talk to them. I mean, I get it, Nasir. Like go and look for firewood. Yeah, sure. But like,
yeah, right. Well, that's the thing is like when you get this dilemma, I think the water's the right idea, I just don't understand why Nasir had to tell all three of the girls. Tell one girl. Tell the girl that you're the closest with, which in this case is none of them, because you never just go up to somebody randomly and start talking. Form the bomb first and then tell them after. He definitely didn't know Sydney. Heather was probably his best shot, but he just never made that connection first. Yeah. And then Erica would definitely not. And so he never made this he never made a connection, and so he just told three random people that's like
one of the first conversations he had with them. Hey guys, look for an idol. Like that's not what you do. Like, but he seems like a fun character. But I am worried for him that like he's just so excited and eager to play this game that he's gonna flame out, like kind of
sabotage his own game.
Stuff like that.
So like half through the episode, I thought JD was gonna just
I thought JD was a goner, honestly. I know I was texting, I was like, I don't know, but I was kind of pretty sure that it was like
same
JD. But then like tribal council, like whoa.
So live tribal council. So after the water, what do we get next in the episode?
After the water, that's when the JD, Danny, and Xander go to the other island.
Got it.
Chat a bit for a bit, and they all go to make the decision.
So, chat. Do we think that this is the rumored Exile twist from the season, or is there more? Is there a different one?
I don't know, because Jeff says it's going to be like controversial twist. But I don't see this coming back again. I don't see this coming back again. Like this is like a one-time thing. So maybe have like multiple islands throughout the season. Like maybe it should have been called Survivor Island of the Islands. Like But no, so yeah. And then they get there, they chat, they all go make their decision. Danny chooses protect his vote. That was pretty obvious. I think I was pretty sure Danny was going to protect his vote. And then Xander, we see him press risk your vote, but we don't actually see JD until at tribal council where we figure out that he did press do risk his vote.
And I think that's why they had to edit him so he's going to be the first boot, because they wanted us to care if he got the first boot and then be shocked when he didn't use it on the boat.
Yeah, I was like, what? They're not going to use it? Like the edit showed it where he was like going to go, and he got the extra vote. I was like, oh, he's going to use it, going to put down, and he didn't. I was like, what? I was taking it back.
He put it in his pants. I was like, no, JD.
I was like,
please. I was screaming at top of my lungs. Right? I was like, no. Please. You need to stay in the game. So right now, JD's my personal favorite. He's definitely not at the top of my power rankings.
If you want to know what my power rankings are right now, Chantel's 1. She's on the top. Just letting you guys know that's how it is. Chantel got a very strong premiere, I think. That doesn't always mean something, but still, she got a very strong. I think JD for the most part, while there are some holes in it, I think he's got a pretty strong career. Definitely seemed very likable.
Risky Island.
Yeah, Survivor Risky Island.
Imagine.
And
so
I think Evie got a pretty solid first episode too.
we'll get to the challenge when we do, and we'll talk about the whole Ricard come on in guys thing. But this will
I can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah, I can't wait to. Okay.
Save the controversial stuff for then.
So actually, in around this time after they get done, right? So we get Danny come back, tells the story really well, and he's honestly he doesn't have a story to tell. I think the real like really person who played this really well is Xander.
Yeah,
Xander came back, lied perfectly, but then also like did a really good job of saying
we can use this for us. We can use this in a tribe swap. I think that was really smart.
Yeah.
And also he most of the thing did he lie in it? I forgot. Like most of what he said was true.
He actually told the truth, but then maybe he's telling the truth and he really does want to use it for the tribe. I mean, after all, he said he wants to be like Ozzy. And
I would have said that too, right? But like,
yeah, right.
No, I think he did pretty good. I think both Danny and Xander did pretty well because they basically told the truth and everything. And like they gave
JD on the other hand,
that they can't be like wrong. Yeah, JD was like,
like Jesus, just like spit it out, bro. Like I don't know what.
Like my hair was all wavy and stuff, and then the other guy's hair was more wavy.
Yeah, no, I don't understand. And then they were also wary, and that's a big part of why I thought JD was getting like the super fan who doesn't have any social skills. You know, first boot edit, as in like the Jacob Derwin edit.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's really like crazy that he ended up not getting voted out. So then after this, we get some camp life. What is the camp life again? I forget. After this,
no. After that, I think we just get talks about how like I think it was Sarah or no, it wasn't. No, it was Ricard who said he didn't believe any of it. And then they started going around like, okay, it's JD, and then we get to the challenge.
Yep. And that's where we get our come on in, guys. So without Jeff asking any questions, right? He doesn't even ask like how have you guys been? Ricard now breaks out in speech. He says, we were flustered. My hair was in, this and that. And at the start, the season, everyone's talking about their hair. I don't know why.
And he was like in the production, like cameras in my face, like
and there was cameras in my face, as if there isn't more cameras now because they're all lined up in front of his face. What are you talking about? And then he's like, but I think overall, I disagree. Come on in, guys, is offensive. I mean, listen. Tell me in the comments. Give me your takes. No judgment either way. It's just a quote unquote safe space, whatever you want. But
this is the way I see it, right? Evie was okay with it.
Evie was okay with it, and Evie's the one who said she hated men before the season.
I actually, but I kind of like Evie.
Dude, I owe Evie an apology.
I owe Evie an apology.
Now, she probably does believe most of the stuff that she said, but she doesn't act like it in the game, which I can respect her for.
Yeah.
I may not agree with her on politics, but I can 100% respect her as a player in not making that like her personality. Ricard, on the other hand,
bruh. Ricard went down like from winner pick all the way down to like I don't even know where he's at like right now. Coming in y'all. See, that would have been cool, like coming in y'all, but like coming in guys is just so iconic. And I was just coming in like bruh. And the thing is, like I'm mad at it because one person said they wanted to change and it got changed. The like 17 out of the 18 people like say like they don't care, but like one person is like I care, and it's like
everyone else is like yeah I agree, wink wink wink. Like nobody actually really like I know if I was out there I'd just say I nod my head lightly.
The female said the guys is like a gender neutral term, so if like if the
right
says, it must be true.
Like we're going to change fireman to fire people. What? It's just whatever. Okay,
but it really isn't. It isn't really a big part of the episode. It really doesn't matter that much. Like
I don't know about y'all chat, but that just irked me the wrong way. I mean, I don't know. It got my blood boiling.
It's not that important in the grand scheme of things. It's not going to change the game or whatever. But it just kind of felt out of place, I guess.
It just felt like I was watching a news channel and not Survivor, and that's never what I want to see. I think Russell had actually posted a video.
Russell Hans is gonna have a field day after that.
He's gonna be pissed.
This is why Survivor 41 sucks. It's 26 days.
So Russell had posted a video before the episode dropped. It was titled like "Get Politics Out of My Survivor, Jeff, please," and it was like, all right, let's go. Survivor 41. Russell is going to be so pissed. And I am too. I mean, it's just like, that's so stupid and petty and childish. and like just whatever. Let's move on. So
Let's move
in
on.
the challenge,
Challenge,
Luvu
bruh.
immediately. Let's just talk about it.
I mean, they're I thought they were going to be the train wreck tribe, honestly. Like, we're getting the bags and stuff. And then they come back, like, and it's like, bruh. Like, oh my God. Like, we all thought Luvu was going to be, like, the tribe that dominates. And I mean, technically, so far they are. But, like that, the very beginning of the challenge got me thinking, like, wait, what? Luvu's going to one of the first tribal councils? What?
Right? I was like, there's no way that we're like about to get like a Sydney first boot. That would be like or like a Danny first boot. Honestly, I feel like in that tribe, Danny is in the no. Nasir's is in the worst spot.
Nasir's in
I
the
think
worst spot.
I think Danny is honestly in the second worst spot because those three women,
They're tight. They're tight.
have somehow found a way to pit Nasir against Deshaun and Danny,
Which
and
is
now
so
they
dumb.
have right. It's like, oh my God, I was so.
But they did
that,
some
that
pretty good
Danny
strategic
Deshaun,
maneuvering, though. Like Sydney, Heather,
Yeah.
Erica, whatever. Props to you guys. Like,
props.
you did,
Props.
like,
And
you
I
did
think
good work hitting the min
Now,
against
do I
those.
think that any of them have a chance to win the game? No. I think Erica. I mean, I've given extensive arguments on why
Do you
Erica.
do you still like have the same thoughts about Erica?
Still, from what I've seen, she just seems like someone who's not a bad player. But I just don't see anybody looking at her and saying that's my Survivor 41 winner at all.
Yeah. Also, but
Sydney
didn't do as much ego stroking in this episode as she done in the.
I would say she's more of like an Angelina type of person. And then as far as Heather, she's obviously the archetype that always gets 0 votes. And so I mean, it seems like the women on that tribe are dominant, but I don't see any of the Luvu tribe at this point having a chance of winning, other than if Deshaun or Danny can get out of that tribe in a swap.
Yeah, we were so high on Luvu, like when before the season started. And so, I mean, honestly though, I think like at least like the Luvu women, at least the post swap. I mean, pre swap, we don't know if there's gonna be swap. I think they've put themselves in a pretty good position, and really it's Danny, Deshaun, or Nasir, probably Nasir.
Yeah.
But also like my opinions of them challenge wise are still the same. Like I still even though they're like the dumb tribe now, forgetting like to untie like the thing in the boat and like dropping it. Like how did Deshaun not see that? Like
so then we lose a puzzle piece on the Uwa tribe. We have crying going on by several of the females on this tribe. That it seems like a very emotional moment. Then we have what Uwa and Yase lose. By the way, why is Jeff calling this tribe Yesa or something? Or
it's like Yasar. I mean, if that's how Jeff says it, I mean, I guess it's right. Like
I'm calling him Yase. But yeah, so we have Yase and Uwa lose, and I think we go to Yase first, and I actually think Evie's doing a really good job of like taking control of her tribe. I think Evie did a really good job of pitting against the guys and using Abraham's words to pull in Tiffany. And so now the 3 women are together. They now have obviously Abraham out, and now they can just pick up. They can just pick off David and Xander if they want to. I think Evie's in the best spot right now on her tribe, and so she'll definitely be high in my power rankings. If for those of you who haven't watched the channel and this is your first time, first of all, subscribe. But second of all, we did not like Evie going into this at all.
I owe an apology. Everything else about Evie, it's Ricardo.
I owe Evie an apology. She's not as bad as I thought she was. She probably still believes most of the stuff she said. Like your
it's probably for the social media followers. But
but overall, her as a person, and even if everything she said was true and she believes all of it, she hates a whole dinner. I can at least respect her for not being that person in the game and being smart enough to turn that off in the game.
Like she's the one that doesn't bring politics in the game. Like, thank you so much. Like I actually really like Evie as a player right now. Don't forget. You saw it coming. Like props.
He got it.
But at the end of the day, like no matter like Abraham, whatever, Eric and went by Abraham. I still think it was a dumb decision to get rid of him because especially in this season, it's like the theme of the season is like it's going to be a hard. It's going to be very physical. Survivor, like physical island, like it's going to be very hard. So I think at the end of the day, like it was still probably the wrong decision to get rid of Abraham. We're just going to have to see how it plays out in the next episode.
I think it is. You know why? Because I think in modern day, when you go into the merge and your tribe has the least numbers, you never go home early. You always get at least to the finale usually. right? Like we
Yeah,
look
but
at
like they don't win. Like Lyro didn't win. Chris
well,
and
no. But I'm talking about when there's 3 tribes
Mhm.
and the one tribe that goes in with low numbers, the person always gets the end and so sometimes wins.
I know, but
Examples:
like you don't want to run that
Malcolm.
risk
Hold on, hold on,
though.
hold on. Examples: Malcolm and Denise. Examples: Spencer, Tasha, and Cass.
Mhm.
Examples: what for HHH? There's the healers, or sorry, the hustlers win it with little. Lauren. Who else was it? Devin and Ryan. They all like so. The idea is that really having people going to the merge in the three person season can
Mhm.
sometimes be a detriment.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect example is the Tandang tribe. They went with all these numbers, but the other 2 tribes just combined to get them out.
Mhm.
It's very I don't think necessarily keeping the strong people to keep
Mhm.
the tribe big in numbers is the most important thing.
Well, but this is also what I got to say. You also got to get to the merge first, and
I
now
get it.
probably like 2 people are gonna have to suffer from this. The thing is, like, they was like, oh well, we're gonna get the merge like this, but you have to get to the merge in the first place too,
Yeah.
right? And I think obviously Eric he's 50, but like he's a very physical guy. He was like working hard and stuff like that. And now probably at least 2 more people from the Yasser tribe are gonna have to suffer from making that decision.
Yeah.
I mean, in the best seasons, like the weaker people usually go out first. Like example, Kagayan, was his name David? I
David.
don't know,
Yep.
bruh. Like,
Samson.
yeah, David Sampson. Like first vote out, right? I mean, heroes versus villains, Sugar, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I do think most of the times it is the best move to get out the weak person. But then again, Abraham was probably going to be like boring. But I also
Yeah.
liked how upfront he was, and he was a good sport as well about being voted out first.
Yeah, he
He
was.
wished him luck. Like he seemed like
I
such a
actually like when they're more salty. Like, for example, a very underrated like vote out reaction for me is her name Natalia in Dave
Oh
vs
yeah,
Goliath?
that's an underrated vote out. People talk
Yeah,
about it all the time. Like she was
yeah.
like salty. Oh my, why are you looking at me? Like stop
She's
looking at
like,
me.
why are you smiling? And
It's a
everyone laughing.
game. He's like, it's a game. Like, shut up.
He's
I don't
like,
want to talk to you. I
and
don't want
she's
to talk
like,
to you. Shut up.
she's like, I can't even with you right now. And she puts her hand up and like does a little twirl.
Yeah,
I can't even with you right now.
leaves tribal with like none of her bags. She left them all.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never.
Didn't she didn't bring her bags. Like she like you see her just walking up with only the clothes on her back, and it's like it's so funny.
Yeah, I can agree with us, Survivor Geek. It is a high risk, high reward, and I'd much rather high risk, high reward than to have no risk and no reward. And I feel
Huh?
like playing Matt singing in a 3 tribe season. I think I personally that's what I would try and
I
do.
don't know about
Obviously,
that.
obviously it's not like a whole thing of oh yeah, like I'm gonna lose every challenge, but I'm not necessarily gonna be
Oh, this is every
voting based
challenge.
on I'm not gonna be voting based on oh my god like we need to keep people on our tribe because that's the most dire thing in the game. Oh my god, it's so important. Whereas in a true tribe season, obviously we saw with Ghost Island and now the Idols, it's very important that you have the numbers going in because it's only 2 tribes. Period. Doesn't matter how many swaps you have. One tribe versus one tribe. Period. You know. So I think it's a matter of do you want to be high risk, high reward, or no risk and no reward. In my personal opinion.
Well, I guess I kind of like disagree. Like I get what you're saying, but like I just think this season in particular, it's gonna be like you're gonna need physical because like the whole like I said theme of the season, it's gonna be hard. 26 days, but it's hard. No rice, no food, no flint.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
So I think like I can like get it and like other like Kage and stuff like that. I get it, but I think like just this season in particular it's more important than ever. I think to have that physicality on our side. I mean, they still have Vosi and Xander, which do seem like
You
two
mean
physical
Voce?
guys. Voce, yeah, I don't know how to say that on.
You're good.
But
You're
we're
good.
just gonna have to see. I feel like out like for the first like half of the episode, I thought like Luvu was gonna be the train wreck tribe, and you know,
Yeah.
because it's always the
Okay.
train wreck tribe in the 3 people seasons, but I was wrong.
All right. So after the challenge, we go to Yase. We just talked about Yase, right? So now
Yeah.
let's talk about Ua. So we go to Ua. Immediately we see Sarah. We're told as a viewer that Sarah, Ricard, and Chantel are the power 3, right? And they're all gunning for, I believe it's JD, right?
Yeah,
And that
JD.
Brad and JD are supposed to be going in kind of on the same page, not very close in a bond, but close in the fact that Brad doesn't want. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And then Brad gets the dumb edit where he tells Sarah and
Yeah,
Chantel to their
exactly.
face that,
So
well, I mean, like it's between you guys, you know, country accent.
then Brad, yeah. So then Brad goes up to Sarah, Chantel, and Ricard, and he's like, okay, well, I think it's gonna be keep the tribe strong. It's probably gonna be you, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's gonna be Brad, obviously, right? And they get to tribal, right? And Brad continues to make dumb comments. They keep putting like those weird bongos behind his voice and the words he says, and then all of a sudden we get
do live tribal.
The shock. Oh my god! And I sincerely think that if JD didn't do that,
there probably wouldn't have been a live tribal. I think he actually saved himself just by saying, "You guys want to do a live tribal."
I think that if JD doesn't do that, all three of them vote JD, and then he probably votes with Brad, but because Jeannie's confused and she votes for Card, and then Brad,
JD still goes home though.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah,
wait, no, he has an extra vote though, so maybe it's a tie. Who knows?
But he doesn't use it. But
he probably doesn't use it. But that was such an interesting, like, technically second tribal council, but like, for like first episode tribal council, so like already like live tribal council. Brad, I think, sat the entire time as well as Jenny, and then it was so great. I mean, it was like, oh my god. I really really feel like they edited this whispering better than last season. It's still not perfect. Yeah. I still came out at first like, what? But after looking back on it for a few minutes, I realized, no, I get this. That's what I like about it, though.
Yeah. They showed what they needed to show for me to understand that JD confirmed with Chantel that they are closer in the whispering, causing the plan to switch from JD to Brad, but then because Ricard and Chantel flipped with Jairus to vote out Sarah, that's what happened. And I understood all of that. And by the way, what's up, Snuff? But yeah, no, I feel like overall, I understood the whispering this time, which is so much better than last season. I mean, I don't know about the chat, but I really towards the end, the whispering had become sincerely annoying for me. Yeah. And then Brad reminds me of PD. Yo,
he actually does though. He looks like him.
The first boot of Marquesas, right?
Yeah, he actually looks like him. Yeah, that actually looks like him. Actually, I just want to say, I no joke when I say this. This might be like one of the best like whispering, like how they edited the whispering in like Survivor history, because like. While I was confused at first, like I just like thought about it and I was like, okay, no, it does make sense. And that's what I like, I was blindsided, but I still know why it happened. You know what
That's the perfect balance is you want to be blindsided. No, you want to be surprised, but not blindsided. You don't want to not come out of it. You do not want the Tyson vote in Winners at War.
You don't want to know
or like the Zeke boot in Game Changers. You don't want that where you come out like, what in the. I got one convo, and that's all I got from this person going home. That's really the reason why in the super complex game I got one combo, and even then it's really complicated, especially the Tyson one with all the idols played. We got nothing on that beforehand. Very very confusing. And so just to see it edited in a way where at Tribal, right, the only whispering that we didn't get the audio for was when JD to Chantel was like, all right, it could be Sarah or what is it, Brad.
And I guess she voted. She obviously said Sarah, which is good because that's the only part that you want to cut off. That's the only because that's the only part you want to cut off. Because then if Chantel says Aurora and Sarah, then that right, what's gonna happen. But also because they edited out, and then you get Chantel telling Sarah, "No, don't do it, you're fine." Like it really creates like this like you don't know what's gonna happen. I did not know who was gonna get voted out when they went up. I was. Same. I was leaning JD, but I could still see Brad or Sarah go now. And then Ricard's the first vote, and I'm like, what?
Well, once it said Ricard Brad, I was like, oh, it's gonna go to Brad, and then like one for Jeannie because I could already tell Jeannie was because she wasn't edited as a swing vote. She was just gonna throw her vote away, and so I thought I was gonna go one for Jeannie's vote, and then two for Ricard, and then three for Brad. When the votes started to be read, and then all of a sudden it's like, Sarah, second person voted out of shot. That's crazy.
I was thinking it was Sarah was the person I thought was like least
was safe. Was just 100% safe.
Yeah, because they gave her this like nice you feel bad for her and stuff. And I was like, bruh, like that
They
was
gave her
insane.
usually there's like a person who's like paranoid in the first vote, and then they like get comforted by their alliance,
David
and
and VGX.
and it confirms that they're in a solid alliance, and then all of the sudden they get completely blindsided. Hey underdog, by the way. But yeah, so usually it's like this person just gets comforted in their own alliance, and they're paranoid, and then later on it comes back, and they get paranoid again. But to see it not not happen, and they almost kind of tricked us into reading into the edit too much, and so we because when you look at it, you look at it as like a casual, right? Oh, she messed up on the challenge, she went home. But to us, it's so much more fun because we're thinking, edit wise, like it can't be her because they're editing her as like the person who's paranoid. They
edited JD and Brad as the
exactly.
dumb guy and the overeager super fan.
JD's the Jacob Derwin, Brad's like the dumb guy. So it has to be like one of these two, right? No, it's the girl that like never gets voted out at this spot and always goes out like
crazy vote.
Yeah, it's like the Libby from Ghost Sound. Of course, yeah, because I definitely guessed that. Like,
that
was shocking. It was shocking.
That was ease. Like, I mean, still, like that was one of the best like tribals in the first episode, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know.
Like whispering bothers some people. I'm okay with it if it's edited correctly.
Me too. My thing is, I think that was the best vote that we've ever gotten for the first episode. Any vote in any first episode.
Big words there.
I think it's the best vote. I mean, can you come up with a better one?
It's up there, definitely. I mean, that was crazy.
Can you come up with a better one?
I know. Is that the only tribal that's in a first episode? Yeah, it is the only tribal in a first episode of Whisperings. It's great. Yeah, it probably is one of the best.
No. Ghost Island. I remember the girl.
But that was like just a solo. Like I think Gonzalez just went to everyone. This was like a full like everyone besides Jenny and like yeah.
Oh, underdog. He wants to point out that he had Sarah and Abraham in his bottom third. Listen.
I wasn't high on either of them. Okay, like I'm just saying.
Same. It's not like any of us had Sarah and Abraham at the top of our
Also, it's Eric, not Abraham. I have no like.
Right.
Crazy. Well, also, it's like I was actually kind of like kind of sad that Eric went home because I liked how upfront he was. Like he was like being real and stuff. Like he said it to like the like they kind of had like a little argument in tribal council. Like, well, yeah, I don't care what she thinks. It's, like it was kind of funny, honestly.
Yep. Wait. So that was what? It was Tiffany and Eric, right? Who had that?
Had that Tiffany argument? And Abraham had the Eric, and then Abraham went home 5-1, which I was surprised by because David seemed like he really wanted to keep Abraham.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a 4-2 with Dave. Sorry. Voce or Voce or whatever you say, and Voce and Abraham voting for Tiffany, and then everyone else for Abraham.
Okay, so underdog says, was JD or Shan the bigger power player? So this is kind of spoil who's higher in my power ranking video on Saturday.
Come on. It's simple.
Hold on. Jesus Christ. This is going to spoil who's ahead in my power ranking in predictions podcast on Saturday. But yes, Chantel played better than JT. Or sorry,
JT,
not JT. JD.
JD was kind of playing like JT though.
Hold on. JD played he played good and he played out of his own boot. This was JD's boot, and he shook it off without using his Q, without using an idol, without using any lies from I guess he kind of he didn't he tell the truth, like technically.
He told the truth. He just didn't tell him if he risked his. Oh no, he said he kept his vote, so that's the only thing he lied about.
Okay, well, so did Xander. I mean, no, Xander didn't. But the whole point is that JD had a chance of going home. The only person who I never thought was going to go home was Shan. Period.
Yep.
End of story. And then Shan decided this because Shan has a close relationship with now Ricard and JD, very, very close. And she pulled them both to get Sarah out. Ricard was on board with Sarah and Chantel to get JD out. But because Shan has a really good working relationship with JD and Ricard, she pulled them both in, and then also pulled in Brad inadvertently to take out Sarah, which honestly is a pretty good move because she's someone in there who's kind of emotionally unstable, and so I can see her breaking down.
Oh, I just remembered something. Okay, this is very important. Chantel got her own like villain music edited by Survivor.
Oh,
That's if that doesn't indicate like clear
Winner edit.
longevity in the game, I don't know what is. Like she was singing like a little like she said her villain song or whatever, and Survivor actually edited it into an actual song, and it played while she was like lying to people and stuff. That was a pretty good moment. I thought that was a really great moment for her at least.
Was it Chantel who said that she wants to play like Tony, or was that Liana? I think it was Liana.
I think it was Liana.
Dang, because I really wanted Chantel to say that so bad. But my video tomorrow could be like, Chantel plays like Tony.
Chantel equals Tony. Like you can just look at the bios though. It's one of them. So, but yeah, I mean, for those it was a great premiere for Chantel.
Oh, 100%. For those of you in the chat, what should I make my video on tomorrow? What topic or opinion or overall thing in the episode should I discuss? Mm-hmm. Give me some ideas while we talk. All right. So we have who are you worried about next week? Obviously.
Can I say one from each tribe? Just sure. Like, okay, so Luvu, Nasir, like Nasir. Yep. Yasser, David or Voke and or Xander. It's pretty close between those two. I'm leaning David though. And Uwa, I guess Ricard? I don't know. Like JD, it's kind of Uwa's a hard one for me at least to like trying to comprehend on
for me,
what's gonna happen.
Uwa, I just see it's tough because if Ricard's willing to flip on Sarah that easily, I know Ricard would honestly, but the thing is that Shan holds everything together. So if Shan, Ricard, and JD are now the power trio because both JD and Ricard are connected to Shan, that leaves Brad and Jeannie. I think they probably vote out. Honestly, they probably vote out Brad because they're kind of overplaying their hand right now, and I feel like they're going to continue to do that. They probably vote out Brad next if it's Uwa. But if it's Yase. I saw in like the next time on, which we haven't talked about, where like Liana's like, oh no, and
then like the only people that aren't there is David and
hold on. And then it cuts to Xander where he's saying like something about like play the game for this part. So Xander probably says or does something that Liana doesn't like, causing them to go after Xander. But I think they probably realized in the end that it's not good to go after Xander and that they just take out his quote unquote right hand man in David. So I think David is kind of in trouble. Also, David didn't get a huge heavy edit. He did get,
which is surprising to me.
He did get that first confessional where he was like, "Oh my God, I'm the idiot," isn't it? Which I actually really like. I think when they do like this season in 20 minutes, that's going to be a confessional on there because it is a really good one. So I think David and Xander are in trouble. I just don't know which one because I don't see Trish. Wait, is it Trisha or Trish?
Who's what?
Tiffany. Sorry.
I was like, what?
I do not see Tiffany flipping on Evie or Chantel, and Evie or Liana, and I don't see obviously Evie and Liana flipping on Tiffany because they know that they need Tiffany or else they are going to be voted out. And so that only leaves the two guys. So I think for Uwa, you're looking at Brad being in trouble, but also Jeannie as well.
That tribe can flip on a dime though, because going to that tribal council, guarantee JD was going home. I don't know for sure, but like I think I can basically like 100% guarantee like JD was definitely going home. And
Evie is running. I'll say you're right. Yeah, she's tight with Liana, save Tiffany from elimination, and the women are in charge on Yase.
Can I say something about Yase? David was like way less chaotic than I thought he'd be. Like he kind of kept it to himself. Yeah. Like he was like all like saying stuff in like the confessionals, but like he wasn't like running around trying to find idols and stuff. Like I thought he was gonna be like I thought he was gonna be like I also thought David was gonna get like the second boot or something like that. Like really overplay his hand. But no, like he was actually pretty level headed, and I was surprised with that. I thought because he was one was like alliances and it's forever bad. You gotta kill everyone. Like it was like. I thought he was gonna like really overplay himself, but no, he had level head. And then Dave's gonna find an idol. He's gonna find an idol.
Go ahead.
He's gonna find an idol, right? And then Evie's gonna get voted out. Boom, big blindside.
Big moves. Well, that's the thing is we did see. So I thought it was gonna be David versus Evie. Who can get to Tiffany and Abraham on their side? But the fact that the guys succumbed and allowed the girls to vote out Abraham, I think is a big mistake because Abraham was willing to work with the guys, and now the guys are in the minority. I don't know what in the world. I mean, I think what it ended up being is that David had a working relationship with Evie, and so he was convinced to flip, and then he took his Xander with him, meaning everybody voted for Abraham. But now the guys are in trouble. I just don't see a way that. I mean,
I agree.
The only thing that I think of is if Tiffany says something stupid, because like the older woman like says like is like socially unaware, like that like whole thing, and she says like something dumb, causing Liana and Evie to flip on her with the guys and get out Tiffany.
Yeah.
But that would only be after they got one guy out, so because they wouldn't want to flip on Tiffany and then leave it being a 2v2 situation where it's.
Can I say something
Liana.
about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it was like, at least for David and Xander, I agree. It was like a very bad move to get rid of Abraham. Abraham was going to be loyal to a fault. He's like a guy that's like going to like probably never vote against you and stuff like that. Like he seemed like super loyal, right?
So,
and they voted them out, and that's one easy alliance member to control that's gone now.
So Underdog asks, I don't know if you guys talked about the come on in guys thing.
Yeah, we did.
What did you guys think of it? So we did, but I'll go back over because people coming in and out. So obviously, they come in, right? And Ricard, without even being asked, he's like, oh, so we were kind of in the heat of the moment, and the hair was flowing. By the way, why is everyone on season?
I know everyone's talking about hair.
Everyone's like, JD's talking about hair. Everyone's talking about hair. So he's like, yeah, my hair was my face. I'm like, it looks so beautiful, and like, and so like we like, I find that like no, like. And then he goes on like some speech and like he brings race into it. I don't even know what he's talking about. And then all of a sudden he like starts talking about like, oh, and so and because there's like people on the season, and so that's why we shouldn't say come in guys. And Jeff immediately like, I don't know what.
I agree with that. Like, it's for rating, honestly.
I don't know if Jeff wanted to like go woke till you're broke, or
it's a rating stunt in my opinion.
Yeah, probably. I think because they got like I forget what group it's like an LGBT group got like a bit like supported them big when they did the whole Zeke thing for Game Changers. They like got an award from this LGBTQ place, and it really buffed their ratings. And I think Jeff is trying to do that now with a women's whatever, I don't know,
but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter that much. It's just
really
but it's like coming in guys is so iconic, and
it's just like rubbed me the wrong way.
Can I talk about Jeff real quick though? Like,
yeah, go ahead.
Jeff with the sneakers at Tribal Council. What the heck? Like he always wears this is not important. Jeff always wears sandals at Tribal Council. He's wearing sneakers, bruh. Yeah. Like he do be wearing the sneakers though.
I mean, Jeff is rocking the sneakers. Listen.
The sneakers is a good like looks good on Jeff. What the heck?
Jeff, listen. Jeff's a
Jeff made something out of nothing. Like that was the first. Like, it was like the first question you asked him. Do you guys want to have guys when I say come on in, guys?
Like nobody.
Like let's get to know people first.
That had never come up ever. Nobody. I mean, like like Sarah had talked about like whatever like bias and like stuff about like last names, but no one had ever thought, hey, like, come on in, guys, is a bad thing. Until Jeff brought it up himself.
If Evie's on your side, then
yeah,
like it's a rating stunt though, in my opinion. And then Jeff's like, I am so happy that we never get to say guys again.
Yeah, I think that Jeff was. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I am too. I thought Evie, when she raised her hand, was gonna be like, "Yes, I would like that to change."
Yeah, same.
I was like, "Wait, what? Evie doesn't want it to change?" I was like, "Okay."
Yeah. Even Underdog says it perfectly. Even Evie said it was fine, but then I think Evie, because she like wanted to feel like woke when Ricard started talking about it, she's like, "Well, yeah, you're right. I was wrong."
No one said anything. I'm pretty sure Ricard talked about it.
No, Ricard talked the whole time. Nobody said anything. I didn't even see like a in the background. All I saw was like
everyone was just like still like
nodding. Yeah, slowly like nodding their head. Like
they just wanted to get it over with. I felt like some people kind of felt uncomfortable.
I think like half. Well, like I'd say about like half the cast was obviously just like in disagreement completely, and the other part that like agreed with him just didn't care. And
I'm pretty indifferent to it. Like, again, it's not that big of a deal in all reality. It's not that big of a deal. But it just kind of felt out of place, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. No. So,
I thought Evie, when she raised her hand, was going to be like, yes, I would like that. And she says, like, actually, no, I'm fine as a queer whatever person. I think guys is a gender-neutral term. And then Ricard's like, actually, like, hear me out, right?
Actually, like, I have a degree in,
I have a degree in politics and, like, you know. Right?
Yeah. So it's
My hair made me feel a certain way. It's really sexy. I know.
Okay. Moving on.
Everyone's talking about their damn hair. Like,
Right. Okay. So what are your closing thoughts on this episode before we cut this off so that y'all can go watch the other live streams that
yeah.
are going on right now? For YouTube?
I thought overall episode was pretty strong. Definitely like a very high point at the end. That was
Yeah.
very good ending. Maybe one of the best endings ever for a premiere. I really like. It was really just that kind of like the middle of the episode. Even the Yasa Tribal Council was still interesting because there was like an argument and stuff. Just that, like that middle part, the Yasa were talking to each other was like kind of boring. But everything else, like opening solid, like ending solid, even like like that little bit of the middle part of it solid. I liked the challenge they had to do. I liked the little twist where one person from each tribe goes to an island, they get to talk to each other, make that game changing decision, whatever. And I actually like the idea of the shot in the dark twist because it's balanced. You you lose your vote, but you also have it's like you lose your vote, but you have a 1 in 6 chance of being saved. I would have hated it if it was like a half chance of being saved, but because it's a 1 in 6 chance, I think it's actually very I think the reason why Uwa went last is probably because they were closer to finishing the puzzle. That's probably why.
Yep.
But yeah, overall thoughts. I liked the episode, and I'm just really excited to see the episode 2.
I think it's a top 7 premiere, maybe a top 8. I think here's versus Villains premiere better. Wins that War premiere better. Kagyan premiere better. I think maybe Philippines premiere maybe better, maybe. And I feel like it's like at or above where Philippines.
Solid premiere though.
Yeah, like I think it was a great premiere actually. I think it's great intro, great like tribe
dynamics.
Dynamics. I like the 2 dilemmas. The first one being the water versus the puzzle, and then the second and more entertaining one being the whole risk your vote or not. I like everything. I think it did kind of drop off when the challenge started to when they went to tribal, and then from when the challenge started to when the green tribe walked in the tribal, that was a half an hour that was kind of boring for me. But besides that, the other hour and a half, the episode is perfect. The first hour and then that last tribal, like the last 15 minutes was perfect for me. And that's good. That's for me. That's good enough. You know what I mean? It's good enough for me. So overall, stay tuned for content tomorrow and also for Friday. And then my power rankings and predictions podcast on Saturday, and then we will have a break on Sunday, and then next week for Monday and Tuesday we're gonna be talking episode 2 of Survivor 41. Yes, get out of your system. There's more episodes of this season, right? Isn't that crazy?
Oh my god, I'm so excited. We're finally getting back into the Survivor season. It's like, oh my god, finally.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And but before we go, the breaking the fourth wall stuff, awesome stuff.
Jeff never did though. It was just like showing cameras and stuff. Like Jeff, I don't think actually got a section, did he?
No. What are you talking about? He kept looking at the camera and pointing.
Oh yeah, at Jeff Probst on Twitter.
Or like he was like, this is the first. This is the challenge. You had to dig, and he pointed at the camera like, no, yeah, he did it several times. Yeah, but yeah. So overall, I feel like the episode's really good. Probably a top 10 premiere. And I think overall it's the start to it. What could be either a really good season or a really average season, but I don't think the season has any chance of being like a Ghost Allen levels of that.
I hope not.
Right.
I mean, I liked it, but yeah.
So stay tuned for content tomorrow and on Friday, and then my power rankings and predictions podcast on Saturday. Maybe we'll have some guests on Saturday. Maybe we'll have a guest. Listen, maybe Snuff will stop by. Maybe Survivor Geek will stop. You just never know who's going to stop by. So we'll have to see. But if that's it, thank you guys for watching. Continue to do all that good stuff. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Share it with your friends. Get it hype because Survivor 41 continues every single day. And yes, that voting urn is kind of ugly. It's like a red box.
It is kind of ugly, but the tribal council stuff I think is good.
Exactly. And that's neither here nor there. And that's it, guys. I will talk to you guys later. See ya.